What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we dive back into the Crumpington estate and try and get some stuff and some things done. So, apparently Buron and Turnbutt were on a vision quest. That's what it said in the weekly update. Buron is still missing. It says Buron is still missing. We need to throw his ass on a milk carton or something. Just be like, does anybody get milk cartons anymore? We have milk jugs now, and they don't have missing people on them anymore. Wow, that is a lot of bounty hunters. Apparently, people have found out that you can make money in this location, killing them on stairs. Do I have anybody that needs to be here? Tardif? No! What's wrong with Tardif? He's a tippler. He'll only drink. Oh, that's not so bad. I could deal with that. That's not terrible. So, if he's a tippler, we'll have him drink his problems away for right now. I wanted to treat him for a little bit, but... oh, well. He's got satanophobia. Let's go all in right here. And I'm going to go with slow draw on her because that's kind of a... it can be troublesome. And then we'll go satanophobia right there. I know that I'm spending a lot of money like getting rid of quirks, but I'm trying to cultivate a roster right now that doesn't have a whole lot of problems and is able to go into the dungeon with a full list of those lovely golden perks. We do have a lot of random busts. I'm sorry, we have a lot of crests right now, but not a lot of anything else. So I'm thinking to run into the... oh, I don't know. Can we upgrade anything over here? I'd like our abilities, so we need a few more portraits in order to do this better, but... while we're here, let me get some people upgraded so that they can heal for a little bit more and hit for a little bit more, because I do think that the investment will be long-term successful if we can get it done. Have I upgraded you yet? You already have word reconstruction or weird reconstruction, abyssal artillery. Let's go with... let's go with vulnerability hex, I guess. I like that one too. There's a lot of abilities that I do like in here. I just kind of got to like work my way through them. With viewpoint, you're finally done and back, huh, pal? Alright, well with viewpoint back, I think what we'll do for right now is let's upgrade his battle ballad slightly and his inspiring tune so that he is stress healing for a lot now, like a serious amount. And then battle ballad will help us. Actually, battle ballad got a lot better too. I think that was one of the ones where I was like, oh, they buffed it. Did they make battle ballad better? I think they made it better. I think it got patched or something. Can't believe that I just noticed that. And then we'll just kind of like, what does he have equipped right now? He's got Harvest and he's got Heroic End. Okay. Go ahead and, yeah, upgrade those. I don't mind. Let's go after a Swine Prince run. How's that sound? Swine Prince is actually, I got rid of Reynald. We're going to have to wait. So we'll have to do one more run, and then next episode we'll do Swine Prince, because actually I could probably do Swine Prince right now. I'm not super familiar with the fight, but I think we could make it work. I don't know. Let's do one more run. I'd like to bring the Crusader along. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Crusader, and I want him to be there for all of our major victories. Activate the 3 animalistic shrines. That sounds pretty good. We need portraits, too, so let's do that one. Let's bring Anscott. We'll bring Carden. We'll bring... I need to line some more people up with some stress relief. Hold on for a second here. I just realized the back half of our roster is not looking so great. We'll send him to pray. We'll send Sister Dee Dee to go drink. There we go. Get some of that Revere. We'll throw you in there. I realize that leaves our cash flow in a little bit of a rough spot, but it'll be alright, I hope. Maybe, possibly, slightly, kinda. Let's go. Let's deactivate some shrines. That seems like fun. I've never done this mission before. Animalistic shrines. Never seen it before. I'm down. Who's better in the front line position? She's got Breakthrough, but I don't think I'll use it very much. I kind of want to give her Iron Swan so we can snipe the back line. But since that's not, whatever. I don't feel like going back right now. I'm feeling lazy. Let's bring Viewpoint along so we can get him up to level 3. Do I want to bring Viewpoint? Maybe I'll just bring Maduit. Let's bring Maduit. Maduit's pretty cool. Did Maduit have... okay, so Maduit has the stuff that I wanted. And then we'll bring Baudelaire, or Baudelaire, however you say her name along. Boater, that's her name, Bautier. Alright, so provisioning, we're going to go in. We got the pickaxes that we have to have for the quest. A little bit unfortunate right there. I'm going to go after 12 torches. I'll probably go after, like, I don't know, 16 food seems fine. A couple shovels. Alright, so now that we're back in the sewers, like, that is some serious refuse right there. Like, for real. They need somebody to come down in here with, like, a mop and a bucket and just, like, clean that out. Additionally, we might need, like, some kind of internal investigation to take place. Oh, I like that, actually. Let's go the long ring, then. Let's go the long ring. I like this map layout. This map layout makes me happy for some reason. It's organized. I can dig it. With the pile of bones. Loot! Hooray! I was going to disinfect it, but that works for me perfectly fine. We got another key, too. And so, obviously, keys are the key to the treasure. I actually want to get a skeleton key tattoo pretty soon. I know. I don't like it when people talk about, like... I don't know. It's... what is this? Oh, we found one already. Good. Well, there it is. The shrine has been decimated by a pickaxe. I don't normally think of pickaxes as the object of choice when it comes to destroying shrines, but sure. Seems fine to me. We're going to let the light run. Probably, like, keep it at maximum light until... Nope, finally I get my hands on an authentic Eldritch sample. Well, loot. Hey, at least nothing bad. Hey, 2,000 gold out of one hole. Fantastic. Enjoyable. When I'm digging gold out of holes, you know that I prefer the 2,000s. We got ourselves a big fight over here. This is going to be a blight fight. Oh, we've been surprised. But it didn't move our line around at all, so that's pretty cool. This is going to be a blight fight, and what I mean by that is that we have to watch out because these guys both give you diseases, and on top of that can cause another number of other, like they'll stack up blights on you, and it'll cause you to take a lot of damage if you can't get out from underneath it. So, if I could avoid that, that would be really, really Excelsior! So there's a little bit of spit gone. Additionally, you could take a lot of damage from their marks, as I recall. From their marks, and so when they hit a character, they have the tendency to occasionally mark that character, and then they will all attack that character non-stop from then on, which can be very, very troublesome, in fact. Well, we got one out of the way. That's not too bad. Two out of the way. So there it is, uno dos, and now we got a couple of the greeny meanies in the back. That's okay, though. We're going to kill the greeny meanies and rip out their spleenies, if you know what I mean, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I feel like there's probably a joke about Idi Amin in there somewhere that I probably could have done, but I didn't want it to be sophisticated here today anyways. I'm not going to make jokes about things and stuff. Current events. I don't even know if that's current anymore. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I love it when my cleric can just like DPS and not care because we haven't taken any damage yet. On this side, we'll probably have to heal her up pretty soon though. Oh no, she didn't take any blight damage. Good. Well then, let's just finish the fight so we can get all up inside of that beautiful treasure chest. Treasure chest like declined. Transaction unavailable. Please stay outside of me. Heal people up for a little bit. We got like a stabby going right there, so let's go ahead and deal with that. Unfortunately, the spider his carapace is much stronger than I figured it would be.
Give them no quarter.
Alright, so we've got a Hellion pendant, 15 XP, but they lose a bunch of resist. That sounds good to me, who cares? I mean, I like HP. HP's pretty cool. I'll take it. Hewlett Packard, I could take or leave, but I like HP in general. Let's go over here. Actually, Compaq was a company that I like really liked, and I was super disappointed when Compaq like went out of business. They just like folded it. I was actually pretty disappointed about that because Compaq was one of those weird companies that even though like, at least in my experience, I had lots of Compaq computers. I never had any trouble with them. They were really well made, and yet they were like bargain priced, and I liked that about them. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I was really, really disappointed when they went out of business. I was working in IT at the time, and I remember the lamentation of people being like, well, there it goes. Now all we're left with is like Dell. Not a big Dell fan. I had Dell like when I was a kid. Like I guess not when I was a kid. I guess when I was like a young adult, like on the edge of graduating from high school. And I did not like my Dell very much. I mean, it was a decent computer, but like you had to put the AGP card in. Like you had to upgrade it in order for it to be like gaming ready. Because obviously, like back in those days, nobody was building gaming PCs back in like. I mean, some people did, but it was even rarer back then. Like you think PC gaming is, you know, a niche now, which I don't think it's so much a niche anymore. It's actually growing pretty substantially. Stunbug's going out with the Grave Nibble. Hopefully he doesn't get stunned. And resist. Good. Good. These guys can distribute a lot of stress if you get unlucky. But anyways, as I was saying, if you think PC gaming is kind of like a niche hobby right now, you should have seen it back in like 2003. And honestly, it only gets worse from there back. Some of the elder gods of PC gaming will let you know that, indeed, it only gets more and more niche when you go back. Let's see here. We'll kill that guy off. That leaves us with not a whole lot left to get done. I bet he'll outrun us, though, because they have pretty good speed ratings. Not amazing speed ratings, but okay speed ratings. We really need to, like, tighten up these pants right here. I don't know. He looks like he's wearing a bag. Like, the belt does not have... There's no belt loops there. He's sort of just, like, affixing the pants to the belt, just kind of, like, with friction. And I don't know, it seems uncomfortable and unpleasant. I don't know if I would be down with that. It seems like it would rub all day and be like really, really just sort of chafy. It might cause some minor flaking. Then the next time you take your pants off to impress somebody, you'll have like a weird rash thing going on along your belt line. They'll be like, whoa, what's that? And I'd be like, oh, don't worry about it. But once somebody sees a rash in a genitalia region, you can't just say like, don't worry about it. Like, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. You just can't walk away from a declaration like that. Oh, look, we found piggies. Whereas normally I'm quite the fan of piggies. In this case, let's just focus on the front line. We have heavy DPS, so I think we can get away with it. Let's throw a heal on him, just in the weird chance that he gets critted. They like to go to the back line every now and again and just be like, hey, I heard you thought you were safe back here. Do you mind if I rub this sharp, rusty object on your face? And I'll be like, yes, a little bit. A little bit I mind. I could Iron Swan the pig in the back, but hook where it hurts everywhere? Is there any part of the human anatomy that a hook would not hurt if it became lodged there? I'm having trouble thinking of a whole lot of places where the hook would not hurt. Ah, we gotta dodge right there. Okay. I was hoping to ace him on the first turn. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. If you can get the big guy out of the front line, that was my strategy, was just to single target DPS my way through, and unfortunately, because of the miss, we're gonna have to, like, well, I'm gonna stay the course, because why not? However, not to be confused with staying the course, which is, I guess I could have made that joke. We are fighting a bunch of pigs, but, you know. Like, frankly, this is why we're so angry. Supposedly the storyline with this place is that there was some kind of, like, I don't know, some kind of animalistic conjurer in the basement that was conjuring souls from the afterlife, and he would build, like, these pig bodies out of all of the dead pigs from below the city, and the souls would get trapped inside the pig bodies or something like that because they had no other vessel to go to. I don't know. I think I read that somewhere, or like the narrator mentioned it at one point or another. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's the storyline from down here, though. It might be the Swine Prince's little flavor text or whatever. I don't know. I have trouble remembering things with any sort of efficiency. Yeah, I keep stress healing people because those stress numbers are looking a little bit higher than I'd like. Ooh, unfortunately, we've got that dodge going right there. Alright, well, you can finish it off with a second strike to the same region, so why not? God, we are just like hurting on space right now, aren't we?
The promise of safety.
I'm gonna get rid of this extra torch. I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'm gonna get rid of this because I'd rather have loot. Like, I don't even care about the supplementary items. They don't even bother me, like, at all. Can I set this on fire? No, I can't set. Can I purify it? I feel like I probably could have used the medicinal herbs or something on it. Every time. Every time, watch, somebody will tell me in the comments too, they'll be like, well, you could have used the medicinal herbs. The swine are not clean, folks, so yeah, I think that sort of indicates that, did she resist? Or did she catch something else? I think she should be okay, unless she caught sex deviancy from the table. But why you would catch that from the table, I'm not really sure. You know dinner got real free. It was a weird dinner. If you caught like a sexual dysfunction from dinner, you became like a weird abusive person. And be like, this ham is so delicious, I just need to abuse someone. Like, that seems like an odd correlation to jump from one to the other. I'm just saying, while you're hopping in between lily pads here, it seems like those two are pretty far extended from one another. Alright, lots of maps on this, actually. Lots of maps on this map, unfortunately. I'm a little bit disappointed by it. I was hoping that perhaps we get a bit more treasure, but I guess we'll keep an eye out. I was hoping our yield would be good here because we are a little bit low on cash. And I would prefer that to not be the case. I think these guys use a marking attack as well. They have like a high crit chance or something like that, and then this guy marks you, as I remember. I distinctly remember this composition of enemies causing problems in one way or another due to like synergies that exist between the critters. I think he marks you, and then I think they have a really high crit chance and a really high damage quotient or something like that. Let's throw out a heal right there. See if we can get rid of some of these scratches. 31 crit to the front line right there. Very, very nice. Unfortunately, no stress relief off the character that needs it most. Honestly, our stress is perfectly fine right now, so it's nothing to worry about. It's just I'd like to keep it at 0 if I can. A munch goes out. I hate it when critters have those weird mouths, like a little mini mouth that comes out of, like, an internal mouth that comes out of the external mouth. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I didn't like it when Alien did it, and I don't like it now. It's not acceptable. You should have one mouth. There's just one mouth should be your true mouth. Hawaiians believed, I'm going to tell a little Hawaiian native story here. Hawaiians believed that your nose was purer than your mouth. And in fact, when they would play the flute or when they made music, that's why so many of their instruments used air from the nose. Is because with your mouth, you could tell a lie, but with your nose, you can't tell a lie. And so they said that the mouth was corrupted, like the mouth was tainted, and since music is pure, it should only come from the nose, a place where you can't lie from. And so there you go. There's your little slice of Hawaiian culture there in the middle of an episode. My family's Hawaiian on one side. So I try to inject that every now and again. Just bring up little things that I've heard from my family and from my teachers over the years. When I was in college, I tried to take a number of Hawaiian classes because I felt like I was out of touch and like didn't understand anything about one entire like branch of my family. And I think I was happy about it. I learned a little bit of Hawaiian. I learned, you know, various things about the culture. And I learned the history of the Hawaiian Islands back to probably about, well, I don't know, 1300 or 1400. Like, a lot of it's a little bit murky, but learned a lot. I learned a lot, and actually, it made me very, 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 very appreciative and proud of my heritage on that side of the family, I guess. And so, cool stuff. Cool stuff, and so I like to bring it up every now and again in my videos. I was hoping that we could stun those, but they had a 75% stun resist. I don't know if you saw that or not, but yeah. That's why I didn't go through with the Yop, is because their stun resist is high enough that it might not work out the way that I want. So I think we're just going to go straight for the front line, straight for the throat. It's a valid strategy in this game. It's definitely a valid strategy. You can just keep on swinging at the front line guy, and it tends to work out in the end. Probably throw out a heal right there. I'd rather do the 6 than risk it on one character and get like a 3 or something. Let's keep the stress reduction going. I realize he doesn't really supplement too much. I wish he had like one backline attack that didn't move him all the way to the front. Like, I don't know. If it moved him forward by 2 or moved him forward by 1. I think he has a move that moves him backwards though too, so I'm not really sure. I'll have to take a look at it and figure it out. I haven't played around with like other Jester builds or anything. I've basically just been using him as a backline buff bot because it works so well. His backline buff bot capacity is large. It is quite enormous, probably cubic in variety. Let's see here. We took a little bit of stress right there. It's unfortunate. I would like my... Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright, well, it gives our Jester something to do on the plus side. If you're looking at the bright side of the situation, it gives our Jester something to work at, so there it is. We're going to hope for no dodges right here, because if we keep lining up dodges, it's going to hurt us over the long term. She's going to get a low bracket heal right there, unfortunately. We need you to go away. There it is. So now he's gone. And that leaves us with 2 foes that are still problematic, but not quite so bad as they might be. We took a lot of... Oh, we got syphilis. That's bad. That's troublesome. Alright, well, we can deal with it. It looks like they're trying to stack up stress. We took a lot of stress from this fight. I mean, we took upwards of, yeah, 60, 70 stress from one fight. Not bad on the part of the AI. Definitely put us to task right there. Luckily, this is why I bring it's the dodges that are getting us. I don't know why our accuracy is so low right now, but we got a lot of dodges that are just going through non-stop over and over and over again. There it is. A little bit of vomit out. Oh, back to back. Back to back, huh? Alright. Well, it's okay. I might drop her from the roster then, since we already have a leveled up character. I don't know. Spending a lot of money on one person is just not something that I'm okay with, especially considering she has no good quirks. It would almost be worth it to pick up just like a new fresh person. If she gets a good quirk right here, I'll probably keep her. It will probably stick it out and try and get her all cured up at the sanitarium. But as of right now, you're looking at upwards of 3,000 gold just to get her back in action with some of that stuff. So I may drop her and pick up another one. Or maybe just swap her out for the occultist, possibly. I don't know. The occultist heal leaves a little bit to be desired with me sometimes. Like, occasionally it's the greatest thing ever, and then sometimes it's the worst thing ever. Next room is going to be our, I hope anyways, our next relic. Who's got the best trap chance here? 40% trap chance on the Hellion. I never knew. What's your trap chance? 30? Oh, well, let's go with the Hellion then. So there it is. Why the Hellion is so good at getting rid of traps? No idea, but there it is. She's good at it, so... Solved. We've got 4 crests right there. Hopefully this room doesn't contain any nasty combat while we're in here. It does indeed, and so I guess we're not going to be able to take this one by the horns until we deal with a couple of our Tusked friends here. I'm going to go get people stacked up on some accuracy and crit buffs because I would like to crit. I'm going to get her to heal herself before this gets nasty. Start on the front line. Hopefully we can get a double big hit right here. Solve that off. The crit was exactly what I was thinking about, actually, and so my fantasy was revealed. This actually is not the shrine that we needed, I don't think. Unless they look different in every single room. I'm hoping we don't get like a big distribution of nasty diseases here. We haven't made a lot of money, and so unfortunately, until we do, I prefer to keep myself from stacking up on all kinds of nastiness that needs to be dispelled later on. Okay, I'll take the stress. I'll definitely take the stress over, like, anything else. I mean, if we can take 10 stress or a permanent debuff, I'd rather have the stress. Let's go. I'm going to try and get him off the back line for right now. Hook where it hurts. I've, as of yet, haven't seen this character do too many things that are bothersome, and it might be because the character's not fully implemented yet. I don't know. Oh, she got bulimia, too. Man, she is just accumulating, yeah, gold stars right now for just catching diseases. Wow. All right, well, she's probably... even if she gets a good trade, I'll probably get rid of her at this point, because we're looking at a bare minimum of like 6 weeks to get rid of some of her nastier curses. Unfortunately, I didn't Iron Swan the back line, and I think that's where I may have gotten into trouble. Since she only heals, I'll do a head count of all the stuff that she's a heal bot anyway. She doesn't do damage, so I'll probably take a look at her skills after the run and just trying to like make sure that it's not a total waste. But
this expedition at least promises success.
Alright, so a little bit of treasure right there. Got 3,000, we've got... Yeah, we're doing okay. 5,000. Is this one of the things we needed to destroy? Hold on. It's a bone altar. It fuses the hero with great power. I think it gives you a buff, as I recall. Yeah, it's the same. There's another one that's like more light-driven. It looks a little bit more like Captain America-y, or it looks a little bit like Happy, or like it's not likely to be put up in like a goth kid's bedroom. And so there's a friendlier looking one, and it gives you buffs too. And as of yet, I don't think I've ever had like anything terrible come out of those shrines. Maybe I have. I don't know. Somebody will have to enlighten me as to whether it's happened on camera or not. I'm going to try and keep our accuracy high right now, because I know that both of our ladies in the front have trouble with it from time to time. Throw out a 6 heal right there. That should be nice. Kind of like add a little bit more red to that bar. 6 damage done right there. Unfortunately on the low end of... Actually, no, it's middle range. It's middle range. I think we're all kind of debuffed right now, too, from something. Oh, wow. Okay, so she's got a bunch of issues. So Ansgot's up next. We really need to go through with Ansgot and get her fixed up. I think her DPS is definitely suffering. Her DPT is suffering due to the fact that, you know... she's got a lot of debuffs, and since she's a melee character, they tend to affect her a little bit more than some of the backline casters. Vomit out. You got Wasting Sickness. Man, these things, did they buff that? It seems like they're diseasing me a lot more than they used to. Just an observation, not a complaint. I know a lot of people have been like, you complain a lot with this game. I don't really complain, I'm just observing. Like, I'm just observing. Like, it seems like I'm catching a lot of diseases right now by comparison to what it was before. So I'm just pointing it out. Just pointing it out that there is a perceptional thing going on right now where I feel like I'm catching a lot of diseases. Whereas normally those little piggy guys, it's a concern, but it's not like a real concern. Like, I worry about it a little bit, but it's not like a huge deal. Go ahead and take him out. Basically, once I make the loop, I'll probably camp.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I'll probably take... Got the gold. Get rid of that. I'd rather have the treasure for right now. I wish that you could sell off the trinkets, too. That's the other part. Oh, the animalistic shrines can be in the hallways? I had no idea. Alright, well, what did we learn today? What did we learn today on the Magic School Bus? We'll grab that right there. Keep our light radius high so that we can finish this strong. Although with all the diseases caught, I would strongly debate whether a strong finish is going to be something. Hey, there's the other animalistic shrine. We're done. We are out. So we could have solved that one fairly quickly by doubling back, but there was no way to know. So, now that we've completed our mission, all that's left is for us to fight, get treasure, and continue to try and make this the most successful run as possible. I'll probably break the episode off right before we camp. We'll probably come back, camp, go back into town, and then do some other stuff because obviously we're out of time right now by a little bit. I'm trying to streamline my video creation process, so if you're wondering why the videos have been kind of like moving around in length between like 22 and 27 minutes, I'm playing around with formats right now. YouTube is all about doing research and continuing to fiddle and like figure out what the search engine likes. Like, it is such a big part of growing your channel that I can't stress it enough. Like, just kind of like understanding how Google works and how YouTube works is very, very important. You've got to start somewhere, and that's a real good place to start. If you know how YouTube works and you know how their search algorithm works, you can make like bad content and you'll still probably get a lot of subscribers and probably get a lot of viewers and stuff like that. It's just, it is what it is. Like, if you can make yourself high up in the search rankings consistently by understanding how the system works, it's a big part of the job, I guess. Let's see here. Luckily, YouTube doesn't seem to like change up their search algorithm too frequently. So once you've got it locked down, you can still fiddle around with stuff. I think they make minor changes every now and again because I'll notice that things will perform differently based on little changes that I make along the way. But it's an in-depth process. It's an in-depth process. I learned everything that I know from John Paula, who's a YouTuber that he does like Can You Microwave This and a couple of other shows. I met him on Reddit, and he's actually kind of like in a major dispensary of information that I learned a lot of what I know about. If you want to like learn a lot of stuff about YouTube, my suggestion would be to go on Reddit and search for posts by John Paula, Jonpaula, all one word.
Now it must be carried home.
And the guy knows a lot about YouTube, like a serious amount about YouTube. Can I burn these? Yeah, they're full of evil writings. Aw, man. Oh, she lost a quirk. Cool. I like saving money. That makes me happy. Saving money is great. But anyways, yeah, if you've noticed how the format's been a little bit weird lately, it's because I'm fiddling with things. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Take care out there, everybody. And as always, I do.